Welcome to another video. If you're new to the channel, I'm a top author on the TRADINGVIEW platform, as well as running an educational company and swing trading full-time with my students. In these videos, what we speak about is multi-time frame analysis, order flow, and how you're supposed to be approaching the market from a swing trading perspective by using a combination of multi-time frame analysis, order flow, and obviously trading psychology, and how in general you're supposed to be approaching the market to be consistent and having an edge in the market. And obviously a rule-based strategy. So without further ado, let's get straight in the video and provide some free value for all of you. Okay, so last time we spoke about Euro NZD in the past video, the market was around this area. We wanted to see the market make a pullback. Now, why do we want to see the market make a pullback in the first place? Because the market had created this clear information, and after an information, what do you want to see? You want to see the market make a pullback to the previous support, now turn resistance. You want to see the market complete the pattern by going at the neckline, and that is exactly what we're seeing. Now we're seeing the market make a nice retracement inside of this structure area, and if you take your Fibonacci from the high to the low of this impulse, what we can see that overall we have a nice structure area here in between the 50% and 61.8, which is our nice confluence area. Now, if we go and see what hedge funds have been doing in this time on the euro, we can see that we went from minus 47k net positions all the way down to minus 85k net positions. So banks have been aggressively shorting the euro, and we can see that all across the markets. Euro has been getting beaten up. So clearly banks have been selling the euro. With the last reports, you can see plus 24k short positions, plus 2.5k short positions, plus 13k short positions, massive amount of shorts added. And if you go and see basically what is being going on from an NZD perspective, we can see that overall the net positions have been increasing if you look at the bigger picture, but lately we can see that we had a decrease. So overall, banks with the NZD basically have been adding some shorts and also some longs, but more shorts than longs. In fact, with the last report, we can see that they added 3.2k shorts and only 1.2k longs. Usually, in these moments, what happens is that the market is just making a retracement, but at least in the short term, we can expect some minor NZD weakness, which could easily bring Euro NZD to making the retracement, as we have already seen, and then see the euro get another beating and make another impulse to the downside. So as usual, we have to be reactive in the market and not predictive. So what does this mean? It means that if the market will complete this retracement, now if you already found an entry inside of this area and you already took the trade to the upside, perfect, go risk free. If you still didn't take the trade to the upside, this is not an area in which you should enter, because basically now the market is in the middle from the area in which we wanted to see the retracement and the completion, the supposed completion of the retracement. So as usual, guys, what we will be doing with students is very simple. We will be waiting for the market to go back inside of this area. And when the market hits that area, what we will do, we will go down on the 4-hour time frame, because keep in mind, monthly, weekly, and daily are for direction. The 4 hours is where you're supposed to be looking for your entries. So what we will be doing, we will be going down on the 4-hour time frame inside of this area, and we will be monitoring price action inside of here. If the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, then we will be taking this nice short with a good risk to reward and good probabilities for a nice push to the downside. Just a quick reminder, make sure you comment below the pairs that you would like me to analyze in the next video. On the other side, if the market will not show bearish price action, then it means that we have good probabilities of breaking this zone to the upside, and then basically we will reevaluate analysis and adapt to the new market structure. Always be adaptive and never try to predict the market. You react by having a set of clear rules that you're following. So what we will be doing, waiting for this retracement and then monitoring price action for the short to the downside. And another pair that I want to speak about is AUD CHF. Pretty interesting price action on AUD CHF, where we are at the moment. Now, at the moment, we are inside of this area. Now, this is a structure area acting as strong resistance. And from here, what do we want to see? We want to see the market make a push to the downside, specifically because AUD has some very weak fundamentals at the moment with the situation that we have around the world. And if we look at what banks have been doing on the AUD, what we can see is that with the last report, they have closed 10K shorts. It's true. But keep in mind that no longs were added. So this means that they're not interested in the long, and the short closing was just to then short from a better price. And yes, it's true, net positions increased a little bit, but not that much, considering the fact that it's all from shorts closing. So I don't believe that AUD should get that much strength. And anyway, from a technical perspective, at the moment, we are still bearish on AUD CHF. The market, yes, created a very strong downtrend, then started a massive push to the upside, very impulsive phase, you can see here. But then it seems that the market is losing its momentum, okay? We could see some more choppiness around this area, but overall, we should see a push to the downside. But as usual, do not try to predict what the market will do. You have to react to the market, not predict it. So what do we have also from a weekly perspective? Let's see what we have from the weekly. Now on the weekly, we have a nice impulse, we have a nice correction, and we want to see another impulse to the downside. We take our Fibonacci from the high to the low, and what we can see is that overall the market already hit the 3T2 retracement. We look at the structure and we see that we also have some previous support around this area, which is storm resistance here, which can confirm the push to the downside that we want to see. We go on the monthly time frame, and what kind of price action we're getting is a market that has created a lower low, breaking this area to the downside and started a retracement, which could be higher. Okay, from the monthly, we can expect actually a higher retracement. So the daily structure might actually break to the upside to make a deeper retracement. So, and that is actually something that we could also see from a weekly perspective, because the true structure is here. Okay, the massive previous support is here. Support, 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 support. This is all torn resistance here. So the market could want to make a deeper pullback to go and test that level. However, we don't care what the market supposedly can make or cannot make. We have to react to what the market is showing us. So what we will be doing with the students, we will simply be applying our rules. We will be monitoring price action inside of this area on the 4-hour time frame, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. If the market will provide to us one of our valid entries for a push to the downside, we will be taking the trade with a good risk to reward and good probabilities for a nice push to the downside. Also, because if you go and see what is going on from a CHF perspective, CHF is getting very strong. Okay, we went from minus 22K net positions all the way up to almost 4K net positions. So CHF is getting pretty strong. AUD should get weaker. AUD CHF is supposed to make a nice push to the downside. So this is overall what we have. We will be monitoring with students price action on the 4-hour time frame inside of this area, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. If the market will provide it to us, then we will be taking this nice short. If the market will not provide it to us, then basically it means that we have high probabilities for the market to break this zone to the upside, and we will adapt our analysis and basically readjust to the new market structure that the market will have created. It's extremely, extremely important to always basically adapt to what the market is actually showing us. Extremely, extremely, extremely important. And one last thing that I want to tell you guys, when it comes to having a strategy, having a set of rules, I don't just say, because many of you think that you need to have a set of rules. Okay, you just write down the set of rules. That is not how it actually works. Okay, this is a very underrated concept. Just because you have a set of rules doesn't mean that you should be applying them. You only should be applying them if those rules are actually tested. And that is something that many people I see basically do not understand, because they have a strategy that is not tested. So they say, okay, yeah, I have a strategy. But if you never tested it, and by tested it, I mean back tested and live tested, and you have all the statistics of your strategy, then basically you don't really have one. You're just gambling. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis and education for all of you, as well as going and checking out the mentorship program, because it's a very complete program where you first get all the rules of my strategies and then you trade them live with me. Each and every day I give you a new daily market breakdown showing you how you're supposed to be applying these strategies. And I also answer every question that you have each and every day in video format, showing you basically what is that you have doubts on. So it's the best program and the most complete out there. So make sure you go and check it out, or go and check out the next video.